Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite and nepenthe from my memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore.
What's going on, my geeks? I'm Kakuyo Otaka, and welcome to Home Base Serenity, where today we're celebrating Halloween and Fortnitemares 2019, albeit a bit later than planned, with a special video I've been waiting a long time to make. Today, I'm finally covering a loadout on a hero that came from my favorite skin in Battle Royale, Raven.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
Those of you who have seen some of my other videos are no doubt aware by now that Raven is my absolute all-time favorite skin in Battle Royale. I will admit that the new Dark Knight Batman skin from last season comes really close, but Raven will always be my favorite. So I am incredibly excited to finally be able to cover him and save the world. Luckily, when the game went down for 2 days prior to the beginning of the new chapter, Epic decided to give Save the World players a new hero voucher, and I instantly decided to use it on Raven. But why would I use a voucher on Raven when he's coming back to the store a few weeks into the season? Because then I can buy the one in the store and put it in the collection book.
Big brain!
That's a big part of the reason this video ended up getting delayed. I wanted to put this out for Halloween originally, but that was a really crazy week at work, so I ended up deciding to delay it until this week, so it would coincide with the re-release of Raven in the event store when the event store refreshes later tonight. Now, I will admit that most players don't necessarily like Raven as a commander.
Are you okay?
What do you mean you hate Raven?
Just means I don't like it.
Yeah, but it's such a blanket statement you don't like Raven. Most players only tend to want him for his team perk, which we'll talk about later. But even though he is a bit niche in use, I personally still love this hero. I have two loadouts I want to show you today. A standard loadout using his team perk, and one using Totally Rockin' Out as the team perk. So I wanted to go over the builds I have created for him in the hopes that other players will enjoy using him too. First, let's actually go over Raven's commander and support perk. In support, Raven's perk gives a buff to the commander ability Lefty and Righty. I'll go over Lefty and Righty a bit more in a moment, but you basically pull out dual pistols that you can fire at the husks. In support, Raven gives a 25% buff to the damage of Lefty and Righty. However, as commander, not only does he still give the 25% buff, but each shot will also become explosive, dealing 20 base energy damage in a half tile radius. Ability-wise, Raven has what I would usually say is my least favorite ability kit for a soldier, but he actually makes it work. Raven, of course, has Lefty and Righty, but he also has Warcry and Frag Grenade. At the base level, the two pistols from Lefty and Righty deal 6 physical damage per shot and fire 6 shots per second over 10 seconds with a cooldown of 100 seconds. Frag Grenade, which I've gone over on the channel before, deals 103 energy damage in a half tile radius. And lastly, Warcry causes the user to shout an inspiring war cry, granting yourself and nearby allies a 45% weapon damage buff, a 30% fire rate buff, and a 20% melee attack speed buff. And those buffs last for 12 seconds. I think what would make this ability kit better would be if it had Shockwave rather than Warcry, but that's just my personal opinion. So now let's go over the team perk that comes with Raven. As a mythic hero, Raven does come with his own team perk, and his team perk is called Preemptive Strike. With this perk, for each hero of epic or higher rarity that is leveled up to at least 4 stars, damage against enemies with full health will be increased by 6.5%. So with a full loadout, that would be an increase of 32.5%. Now, both loadouts are going to be pretty similar, except for the team perk and one hero. The first hero I have in support for this loadout is another mythic, Carbide. His support perk gives a buff to Lefty and Righty as well. In support, each shot with Lefty and Righty will apply Affliction, which deals 13 base energy damage per second for 3 seconds. Next up is Double Agent Evylyn, and she's one of the keys to this loadout. Her perk lowers the cooldown of lefty and righty, which you saw was very long, by 1 second for each pistol or SMG elimination. The rest of this loadout will be familiar from previous videos. In the next slot is Tactical Assault Sledgehammer, who buffs assault and SMG critical damage by 75% in support. Then we have my favorite soldier in the game, Breakbeat Wildcat, so that 10 eliminations in 9 seconds grants Rockin' Riff, which increases damage by 50% and melee attack speed by 32%, decaying over 8 seconds. Lastly, we have Survivalist Jonesy, so that each elimination heals 39 base health over 3 seconds, with that duration refreshing with each new elimination. And as always, I have my standard gadgets of the stationary hover turrets and Adrenaline Rush. The next loadout is very similar, with only one different hero and a different team perk, totally rocking out. As you might remember from the Breakbeat Wildcat videos, this team perk adds additional buffs to Rockin' Riff, meaning it will also increase your crit rating by 160 and heal you for 73 base health. The only hero I've changed in this loadout, no pun intended, is changing out Survivalist Jonesy for Varsity Hero to make use of the footballs that eliminated enemies have a 7% chance of dropping, which also grant Rockin' Riff. As I have seen, those can come in clutch in a time of need. So next, let's head over to the main weapon I'm going to use outside of lefty and righty. Since I'm running Raven as an SMG hero, I'm going to use my favorite SMG in the game, the Hemlock. I have mine maxed out to full legendary perks with 135% crit damage, 75% increased mag size, energy element with 20% extra damage, 30 additional crit rating, and another 135% crit damage. My final perk grants 3.5% shield for each shot fired for 5 seconds, and that stacks up to 10 times. Last year during Frost Night, I kind of slept on this weapon, but I have learned the error of my ways and now realize just how incredible this weapon is. So before we do any missions, I want to show you a little bit about lefty and righty. I've gone into a mission now with just Crackshot, because he has lefty and righty, with no support or team perks, to show you the base level effectiveness of lefty and righty against a smasher. And as you can see, it's not very effective by itself. I end up only taking the smasher down to about half of his health before the duration of lefty and righty ended. Now let's do the same, but with a fully buffed Raven. And as you can see with this test, the smasher is pretty easily taken down. This build makes lefty and righty with Raven extremely powerful. I'm sure there are other builds that might be better, but this is the one that I personally like the most. To show this loadout off in a normal mission, I'm going to do some eliminate and collect with both loadouts. I know I just did that with Breakbeat Wildcat not that long ago, but this is my favorite mission type, and they have fixed the despawning issue we had last season. What makes this different is that I'm going to use mostly lefty and righty, and then only use my Hemlock to show the cooldown going down quicker thanks to Double Agent Evylyn. But I'm going to try to use lefty and righty for the vast majority of the time. Then at the end, I'll show the scores and talk about which loadout I preferred. Whoa, that was a bit of a chaotic beginning. But I do think the pistols came in handy there, and you were able to see just how quickly the cooldown was taken down by Double Agent Evylyn. So that was actually a really good start. Even though it was chaotic as could be, it was a great start. Make sure to collect these samples here. Oh goodness, here we go again. Oh good, it's back up. Let's go at him. Die. There we go. Oh, I gotta watch my health here. Oh, it's down again. Alright. Back to the Hemlock. Alright, so this is the Preemptive Strike, Raven. I didn't say that earlier. Save the totally rocking out for a second. Oh, time to heal. Yeah, they definitely fixed the spawns. Or they definitely fixed the despawning, actually, because nothing's despawning now. I don't have any energy right now because of all the nature husks that are around. Really can't do lefty and righty right now anyway. It's still on cooldown. Go on at Storm, get all these samples. There's a ton of them around right now. Alright, lefty and righty's back up. Did say I was going to try and use this and mostly this. I mean, it's insane how powerful it really is when you've got it buffed properly. By itself, as you saw in the Smasher test, it does nothing. Literally nothing. Oh, and I'm about to die. Need Survivalist Jonesy to kick in. Come on. Yeah, like I think in my testing so far, the only thing that I have a problem with Raven so far is just survivability. Oh, there's Rockin' Riff going off. That's good. I'll wait until they get out of the storm. Survivability, like I said, is a bit of an issue with Raven. At least the way I have him built. Maybe there's a better way to do it. Maybe I could use Bomb Squad Kyle or something else for some actual armor or something. You know, prehistoric Eatsa maybe would be an option. Screw it. I'm going out in the storm for a little bit. Well, I didn't get much use out of lefty and righty there. Yeah, lefty and righty, it can be bad, but when you have it buffed right, and then you have Double Agent Evylyn for the cooldown, it really helps because the cooldown is pretty long on this. It's like 100 seconds. But then when you got it up, go away. Oh, dang it. It didn't take my adrenaline rush when I told it to use adrenaline rush. That's interesting. And embarrassing. Alright, come on, get back up. Let's go and get these blasters out of the way. Die already. You know, with Breakbeat Wildcat, I felt like I could stay in the storm if I wanted to. But with Raven, I don't feel like I'm that safe staying in the storm. Oh, crap. Alright. Come on. Oh, dang it, I'm down again. I don't know if it's the Preemptive Strike version of this or if it's going to be better with Totally Rocking Out. We'll see. But I'm dying a little bit more than I would like to. It's not very good. Oh, good lord, there's a ton of them coming in now. Look at all that. Yeah, they've definitely fixed the despawning issue. I'm going to need some help with all that. Well, at least it's going to make the cooldown go down really quick. Oh, it's just soaring down. Oh, trying to be sneaky, huh? It's really powerful and it does a lot of damage, lefty and righty. Just got to figure out what my survivability issue is here. And maybe that survivability issue will be solved with the Totally Rockin' Out loadout. Let's jump on back in and see if that's what'll solve it. And let's go ahead and start off with an encampment. See how this goes. See if he survives a little bit better. Sorry if my aim seems a little weird or my movements seem a little weird. I'm trying some new settings out that CJ suggested for Battle Royale since I'm a controller player. And I'm liking them so far, but you know, sensitivity is a little higher now, so I move around a little quicker than I did before. I mean, so far so good. The footballs are gonna come in clutch, I think, as they always have. Oh good lord, I got two big waves coming in at me. I'm gonna have to go for this one. So yeah, I do notice a big difference thanks to Double Agent Evylyn lowering the cooldown of lefty and righty. As I said, it's a very long cooldown, so having her lowering it is incredibly helpful. Oh goodness, yeah. Like I said in the last one, they've definitely fixed the despawning issue. There are a ton of husks coming in here right now. Oh good lord. Well, that's not what you want at all. At least I threw down the hover turret. Revive. Survivability kind of feels about the same. That just may be the way this mission is with getting tons of husks swarming you the whole time. Maybe in a different mission it would be a little different. I do still feel like the footballs are being a little more helpful than Survivalist Jonesy was being, even though you don't always drop the footballs.
Let me smash.
Oh, a smasher.
Please.
Great. Alright, I'm going to trigger this thing and throw up. Oh, good lord. This is not where you want to be right now.
Let me smash.
Real life smasher test. Oh, good lord.
Let me smash.
Oh, another one. No. Oh, this is going. This is not good. Oh, I got it off. Good. Yeah. That last second save there was. Oh, that came in clutch.
Let me
no, 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 no. Oh, this is going. This is chaotic. Oh, no. Yep, I knew I was going to die again. I knew it was going to happen. Bonus challenge complete. You just might be Ghost Boss material yourself.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, goodness. Oh, God. What the heck?
Oh, you are so dumb.
Okay.
You are really dumb. For real.
Now, that's just really embarrassing. Fall off the side of the map like that. Try to make a joke and then I'll fall off the map. That's what you get. So I guess I really am not Ghost Boss material because Ghost Boss wouldn't fall off the map like that. I feel... I don't remember the actual number off the top of my head right now, but I feel like at this rate with, you know, just under 2 minutes left, I'm probably going to actually end up eliminating more husks this round with this loadout. Back away from the propane. Oh, don't think I backed away enough. Lefty and righty's back. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I do love lefty and righty buffed like this. And I still feel like it will be different in a different mission than survivability. And I'm not going after the footballs as much as I probably should. I do know they're spawning pretty well. I mean, you can see them all over the place right now. All right, last wave's coming in now. Here we go. Go away. Oh, they're coming from all angles here. I think I got to 500 there. Lobber wanted to be on the victory screen with me. So with Preemptive Strike Raven, I ended up eliminating 414 enemies and got an overall combat score of 4,312. Pretty decent score considering how many times I died. Then, with Totally Rockin' Out Raven, I eliminated just under 500 enemies, exactly 496, and got an overall combat score of 5,373. That's just over 1,000 higher than Preemptive Strike Raven. So, for my final thoughts for this loadout, even though survivability was a bit of an issue here, I still loved playing as Raven. He has some great voice lines, he looks great, and his lefty and righty is just incredibly powerful. I need to see if I can figure out how to increase his survivability though. But I do think that survivability in most situations was better with a Totally Rockin' Out loadout. I'm not sure how effective this Raven loadout would be past power level 100 gameplay. We were in power level 94 for this, but that's why I need to do some more testing. So as usual, it's time to go over how you can get a hold of these heroes yourself should you want to try this loadout. Raven and Carbide are both event heroes from the Blockbuster Heroes set and can therefore be recruited from the collection book using a hero recruitment voucher if you have any remaining. But I'd wait on using one on Raven unless you're like me and literally cannot wait, because Raven is coming back to the event store tonight with the store refresh, and he will then be available to be recruited for 3,200 gold. This is the same as how Carbide was in the event store last season for 3,200 gold, so hopefully you picked him up. Double Agent Evylyn is found in the expansion people section under Shadow Ops Heroes, which means you can recruit her for 120 training manuals and 100 legendary flux. If you don't already have him or were not lucky enough to get him when he was in the Year 2 birthday llamas over the summer, Tactical Assault Sledgehammer is still an event hero and can be found in the Road Trip Heroes section, where you can use a hero recruitment voucher on him, again, if you have any left. Breakbeat Wildcat and Varsity Hero are also event heroes, and they were from last season's Rad Llamas. Hopefully you were able to get them. If not, you can now recruit them individually from the collection book using a hero recruitment voucher. But remember, if you do this, you'll also need to use one on Dennis Jr. if you did not do the quest line last season, because he's the only way to unlock the Totally Rockin' Out team perk. Lastly, Survivalist Jonesy is a base game hero and can be found in the Heroes section under Soldiers, where you can recruit him for 120 training manuals and 100 legendary flux. Or, if you got the Birthday Brigade Jonesy during the birthday event this past summer, he has the exact same perk. So I think that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed it and are looking forward to Raven coming back to the store later tonight. I'd like to know, what are your thoughts about Raven after seeing this video? Did you not like him before but like him now? Or did you like him before and either like him more now or less? I'd really love to hear your thoughts and any other loadouts you might try with Raven. I know I could have used Beetle Jess in there, but since I ran him as an SMG hero, Tactical Assault Sledgehammer has the same effect. If you liked what you saw here and are not already subscribed, please make sure to hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you can see each new video as soon as it goes live. And follow me on Twitter at HBSerenityYT if you'd like to keep up to date with what's going on the channel. Now that this Raven video is out, obviously, it's time to get back on the Twine Peaks SSD videos that have already been recorded. I also have a couple of other special videos coming too, so keep an eye out for those over the coming weeks. I'd like to give a special shout out now to this incredible streamer I know, Amykin. She played a key role in making the intro to this video as great as it was, because she played the role of Stoneheart in the pickup shots over Love Ranger's shoulder, so I could have them both in the same shot at the same time. You should go and check out her stream. She plays Fortnite, Last of Us, and all kinds of content, and she's one of the most wholesome streamers I know. I'll put the link to her Twitch in the description below. Speaking of the intro, I also want to give a very special shout out to one of the most legendary content creators on this platform, Mr. Tay Zonday. His recitation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven in the opening of this video really brought the whole thing together in a way I could have only dreamed of. When I originally tested this intro, it was with my voice, but I was never 100% happy with my voice being in it because my voice lacks the gravitas I was going for in that scene. Then, a few days after the first testing for that opening, Tay Zonday actually posted a video on his Twitter of his own recitation of The Raven, and it was so gripping that I just knew I had to see if there was any way he could re-record the segment from my intro to use with this video, and I am blessed that he actually agreed to do it. As I've already told you, thank you so much, sir. You really have no idea how much this means to me. You elevated the intro to a place I never thought possible. It's been such a pleasure working with you on this. I'll make sure to link his YouTube channel and his Twitter down below, as well as a direct link to his tweet with the video where he's reciting the entire poem for anyone that might be interested. As always, special shoutouts to my favorite Save the World content creators, Latana, Demon Joe France, David Dean, Tori X, Aiden Harris, Rounded Tic Tac Gaming, Might, Nilek Dreams, X Samantha, and Enforcer. I've linked all their channels down below as always. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and stay cool, geeks. Have a great day.